All right, guys, here we go. This is Operation Juno, Russia and China, turn 6. Let's jump right into it. So the U.S. had 78 to spend. They're going to save $1, buy 2 infantry, a bomber, a destroyer, and a transport, and then a fighter, another 2 infantry and a bomber, an artillery, and 2 tanks. China, with their 12, is going to buy 4 infantry. So the U.S. is going to have a couple combats to declare. The first one, the bomber in Manchuria, is going to go 1, 2, 3, take a shot at that transport. We'll have 3 left. And just in case I forget, that should be the only combat on this side of the board. For the U.S. at least, it is. The other 2 combats are going to be on this side of the board. The infantry in Normandy of Bordeaux is going to walk in to Vichy, France. The 4 transports in 101 are going to go 1, 2, 3. And they're going to land in Galicia, Navarra. They're going to bring 4 infantry, 2 artillery, a tank, and an AA gun. And they'll land there. These are both walk-on territories, so I'll go ahead and flip them over while I'm over here. The U.S. will go up 3 for that. Germany didn't take it. And then Galicia, Navarra isn't worth anything. So, all right, like that. So I guess the only dice we have to roll is that bomber. So 1 round of combat. Let's see if I can hit it. Got my 2 dice at 2. Yes! Got it. 1 hit right there. So the transport comes off. Awesome. I needed that. All right, so, yeah, that's not a kamikaze. Yeah, no, that's not a kamikaze zone. Okay, so now it should really just be non-combat type stuff. I'll do my non-combat over on the Europe side of the board real quick. The aircraft carrier with the 2 fighters is gonna go 1-2 to seize on 110. There are German subs there, but the subs do not block enemy movement, and this is non-combat. So, along with the 3 transports, the bomber is going to act as an air transport, and the 3 transports are going to be fully loaded. So everything that's in Gibraltar, the 5 infantry, the tank, the mech, and the AA gun will all move up to Normandy. Like that. The bomber that is in western United States is going to go 1 into central United States, 2 into season 101, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 land in Normandy. They won't be an air transport though. One of them will be. I'll mark one of them as an air transport. Okay, that should be all the U.S. non-combat on this side of the board. Over here, I don't know why. Let me land this. I took the control marker, not the control marker, the fuel gauge off. So it had 3 left. 1, 2, 3. He'll land down here in Java. Then the fighter in Manchuria is gonna go 1 into Johor. There will be 2 American fighters there now. The the entire U.S. fleet that is in the Caroline Islands, along with the 5 infantry, the 3 artillery, the tank, and the mech, is going to go 1 to 34, 2 to 45, 3 to Sea Zone 42 off the coast of Java. And then it'll have 5 infantry, 3 artillery, tank, and the mech. Do I want to land them though? Yeah, he could hit me with planes, so they can go 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. He'd have to attack the fleet, which he won't do. Commonwealth can. Or he might. Oh yeah, okay. So they'll land on Java, like that, off the transports. All right. The destroyer in 26 will stay there. Yeah. The destroyer in 26 is going to go to 33. That should be it for U.S. non-combat. Let me check just to make sure they don't have too much going on. Yeah. So, that destroyer is actually going to stay back in Sea Zone 26 off Hawaii. I need it there. All right, I'll place new units on while I'm over on this side of the board. A destroyer, a transport, a bomber, and 2 infantry will all be built on this side of the board. Over on this side of the board, in eastern US, I'm going to build a fighter and a bomber, and 2 infantry. And with the factory I controlled this turn in Normandy, I will build 2 tanks and an artillery. In there. I'll chip that tank out real quick. All right. Okay, so that should be it for the US buy. They'll collect, they're at 55 plus 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So they'll collect 81 going into round 7. All right, I'll do China and then I'll do 1 big disposition. How do I want to set this here? That's good. All right, China has got 3 combats to declare. About the 4 infantry. All right, 3 combats. First one, from Kansu, the cavalry and the 2 infantry are gonna go after that 1 infantry. An infantry from Chahar is gonna come down to Anhui, and then an infantry from Jehol is gonna come down to Shangtung. Yeah, yep. All right. So yeah, that should be it. These are both walk-ons. We'll roll that combat real quick. I've got 2 at 1 and 1 at 2, and you've got your 1 at 2. So my 2 at 1, nope, that's 2 at 2. 1 at 2, 2 at 1, and your 1 at 2. Here's my attack. Got the hit with the cavalry. Ooh, sounds like thunder outside. Must be storming. All right, so I got a hit. Here's the Japanese infantry response. No hit. All right, so that infantry will come off. I'll throw them over there. Japan total we'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4. From 52, they'll go down to 48. I think that's right. If 48's wrong, just let me know, Chaplain, and I'll adjust it. China is at, ooh, I forgot to move them after the Japanese turn. I'll just count them up real quick. China's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. China's at 11. Cool. Place the new units on. Place the new units on. Well, just let me do non-combat real quick before I do that. Non-combat. One infantry is going to move into Hopei. One infantry to C1. Placing new units, an infantry. How do I want to do this? Infantry into Shahar, and then 3 other infantry into Jahol. That'll be 6 Chinese infantry in Jahol. All right, that should be it. That's all I got for you guys. I'll do a disposition real quick. Well, China's at 11, they'll collect 11, so there's their income. Disposition, I'll do China first, I'm right here. So China in Manchuria has nothing, but they're the 5 Russian guys for now. In Jahol, there are 2 American fighters, the Chinese fighter, and then 6 infantry. Shantung, there's an infantry. Anhui, an infantry. Hopei, an infantry. Shahar, an infantry. Siwan, an infantry. Shenxi, 2 infantry and a cavalry. The rest of the U.S. on this side of the board. In San Francisco, there's a bomber, 3 infantry, and an AA gun. C-Zone 10, a transport and a destroyer. C-Zone 26, a destroyer and an AA gun on Hawaii. In the Caroline Islands, there's a AA gun. In Java, on the island, there's 5 infantry, 3 artillery, a tank, a mech, and a bomber. And then in C-Zone 42 is the American fleet, which is an aircraft carrier with a fighter and attack, a destroyer, a sub, 5 battleships, 5 transports, and 2 cruisers. All right. On this side of the board, in Vichy, France, there is an infantry. In Galicia, Navarra, there is 4 infantry, a tank, 2 artillery, and an AA gun. C-Zone 104 is 4 lone transports for now. You can blow them up if you want some. Can't do much with them in the end of the game. In C-Zone 110, there's an aircraft carrier with a fighter, with 2 fighters, and then 3 American transports. In Normandy, there are 5 infantry, 2 mech, 3 tanks, a bomber, an artillery, and an AA gun. One of the bombers is an air transport, and the other bomber is just a bomber. In eastern U.S., there's a bomber, a fighter, and 2 infantry. All right, so that'll be it for the U.S.-China turn. They'll hand it over to UK for their turn 6. See what kind of damage we can do. Shaping up to be a really fun game. I don't know if the Allies can pull it out. It's still pretty close, but we're going to keep on fighting. Whether we win or lose, it's been a really fun game to play. A lot of interesting things have happened. So yeah, I'll quit rambling and pass it on to my partner. Good luck.